How you doing, guys? Just wanted to make this video. It's kind of a final overview and of the review video that I just made. Just wanted to add a few things that I kind of didn't miss out on the first video, but something that when I only came in and thought about, I was there going, I'm after giving you duff information. It wasn't duff information. I wanted to kind of give you a demo on all three modes of the gun. Well, four modes actually. But when I came in and thought about it, I was saying I was demoing in low mode, removing the lug nuts, saying me thinking that I was going to get a lower power out of low mode. And guys, it doesn't matter with all three modes. The breakaway torque for all three modes is the same. I kind of stated it at the start of the video when I was running through the figures. I had a couple of things wrote down that I was running through, and I never really thought about it. I was saying, it was only when I came in after making the video and I said, why was I demoing all three modes? There was no point, because low, medium and high in reverse, they all give you the 2,576 Newton meters of breakaway torque, and they all have the same reverse RPM of 1,200 RPMs. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that one for the reverse mode. Now obviously for the fastening end, the low, medium and high, that's what was kind of, it wasn't confusing me. I kind of knew, and it was only when I came in, I thought about it and I said, no, I'm after giving the guys stuff information here. It's only on the fastening that the low, medium and high gives you different torque values. So the low is giving you 677 and the high is giving you 1925, which is the max fastening torque of this gun, and the medium then is in between. It's 1138 Newton meters of tightening. Now, as I demoed the precision mode, which I think is great. It's probably the best mode on it. That is where they all different. They all kind of, it differences from the rest of the modes. In reverse, that slows down to 550 RPMs, where the others are, the RPMs are different in the forward mode. So the low is 400 RPM, the medium is 575, and then the high is the full 1200 forward and reverse. So that was it. Like precision mode, it's again full 1200 in forward and just 550 in reverse. So that was all I kind of wanted to add on that, just in case you were wondering why I said at the start I gave the figures and then I was demoing three different modes, which I should have been really demoing them on the tightening. So if you can just bear that one in mind. But just another thing I wanted to touch on, guys, I kind of said it in the review video with the demo, was if I had have thought about this a bit longer, like the minute I seen this gun with the figures, I wanted it, and I'd say a lot of yous are probably thinking the same. You know, if you can afford it, go for the best. That's my thing. If I can afford it, I will go for the better, more higher spec product. And I know with DeWalt you're getting the kind of quality anyway. So it was a no-brainer for me to go for this. But having it now, it's like, it's not buyer's remorse, guys. Like I do always say that, like if you've gone for something, it's probably the right choice. But then when you get it, you kind of have a little bit of buyer's remorse. And I don't have buyer's remorse over this. It's unbelievable. It's the remorse I'm having is I think it's actually overkill, and I had a lot of half-inch impact sockets and stuff, and I think the 961 would have done it for me, guys. Now, you know, as I said, if somebody is using it for heavier stuff in construction, steel work and stuff like that, this is the one to have, without a doubt. It's the best, you know, power-wise, it's the best. You have a stronger anvil on it. Like, you can't knock that. But if you're like me, you have maybe a Land Rover or a small project, and you have a lot of half-inch stuff, if you're a home user. I think the 961 would be enough. Like, unless you don't mind buying 3/4 inch impact stuff. Like, I'll be honest with you, good 3/4 inch impact stuff is very, very expensive. Had I thought about it a bit longer, I probably would go for the 961 over it. I'd say if I had to use the 961 and used this, I would have said this is overkill for what I need it for. Like, that's one thing when it comes to me and tools. If it's overkill for what I'm using it for, I probably wouldn't go for it. Like, it's a hard one. I kind of, I'm going down the road here, waffling again, guys, but I think, well, all I'm trying to say to you is have a think about it, see what you have, but it's definitely a winner. It is a winner. It's unbelievable. It's a beast, and that's all I kind of wanted to get through to you. But I'd say the 961 is also a beast, but this is slightly more of a beast. So, yeah, I'll leave it on that point. Like, the reason for me buying this was I had an air compressor. I had a good air compressor with a Honda engine on it. It was a 200 litre, and I sold it because I had a normal air impact wrench and it wasn't taking those lug nuts off. And when I seen the numbers on this, I needed the extra bit of space in the garage as well. So I sold the compressor, I got rid of the air tools, and I bought this. And I said, like, space-wise, it's taking up nothing. And the power out of it, it blows the thing out of water. And that's being honest. And, like, I've seen, like, obviously if you're in a garage and you're working on trucks and you have 1-inch stuff, it's not going to compete with this for reliability wise, and you don't have to hassle a charge and anything, and they're not cheap. Or like a good 1-inch air impact gun, you're into thousands there, so it's not cheaper. So DeWalt has made a great product here, and I think, as I said, I don't like knocking anyone else's tools, but the Red brand, you all know who I'm talking about. I've nothing against Milwaukee. I had a bad experience with them at the very start. I probably should go back and give them another go. But guys, I think this will be pushing the Milwaukee. I'd say this will give the 1-inch Milwaukee stuff a run for its money, and I'm being honest saying that. This is a beast of a machine. So I'm really happy I bought it, but had I thought about it a bit longer, like when I seen it, I wanted it, just on the specs alone. But thinking about it now, I'm saying, I've made all my 1/2-inch stuff redundant, and I'm going to have to get a reducer to start using the 1/2-inch stuff. And when you put a reducer on these, all you're doing is taking away the torque. And, like, I might as well have had the 961. So just have a think about it, guys. But yeah, it's definitely a thumbs up. If you have a truck, if you're in construction, 100% this is the one to go for. If you're like myself, an everyday home user, the 961 with the 1/2-inch drive is probably the one to go for. And like, I know DeWalt are probably, they're not sorry that they made this, obviously. It's will it affect the sales of the 961? I think it will, but as I said, just have a think. The 961, in my eyes, shouldn't be redundant because of this, because this is going to cost you a lot more to get the sockets and stuff for. So just have a think about it. That's all. That's all I kind of wanted to add to it. And that's it. We leave it there, guys. I'll be making another video shortly about the Land Rover project, what I want to do, what my thoughts are. I want to start making better videos. I want to start getting into editing them and stuff like that. So a bit of a learning curve for me. Like, I'm making all these videos in one cut. So as I said, if I had an editing software, I probably wouldn't have made those mistakes in that first video. I'd have had to think about it. I could have just edited it out. But that's another learning thing for me. So yeah, stay tuned for the Land Rover video, and I'll run you through what the plans are on that. Okay, guys, have a good one.